Welcome to a special weather update streaming now live on WFMY Plus. I'm Megan Malaris. It's official. Snow has made its way to the Triad again, causing lingering problems this morning and several schools to make some adjustments, deciding to cancel, delay, or go remote. This is video from Randleman. You can see as the snow started to fall yesterday, quickly accumulating into some piles of white on grassy surfaces. Look at this, though. Unfortunately, the impacts of the weather that stuck two major highways, a 50-car pileup on I-40 yesterday that ended with one person from Burlington dead. Black ice remains a concern right now.
And Megan, I don't think we're finished with snow yet. One more little disturbance moves through for maybe a burst or two of snow between now and about 10 a.m. I'll have your forecast.
All right, welcome back to WFMY Plus, our free streaming platform. It is 7:03 here on your Thursday morning, February 20th, on this weather impact alert day. Ed, you are timing out this next band of snow that could affect us very soon.
Absolutely. Some of that working into the mountains and foothills this morning, but I think it's going to be very light. It's kind of breaking up a little bit as it runs into the higher terrain of the Blue Ridge. We've had a little snow up around the Boone and Blowing Rock area this morning, but nevertheless, this is a pretty strong pocket of energy. It is the parent system, upper level system, to our surface low that moved through yesterday. Now the surface low is moving off the east coast of North Carolina, and this will swing through rather quickly this morning, and any scattered snow showers we get will be out before lunchtime, and then I think we'll start to see a little sunshine as we head through the afternoon. But once the disturbance moves through, the winds are going to pick up a little bit in its wake. This afternoon we could easily have wind gusts around 25-30 miles per hour. Now highs will be a degree or two above freezing, but with those gusty winds this afternoon, it's going to feel like it's in the low and mid-teens across the area. And any flakes that fall this morning are going to survive once they reach the ground, because you can see temperatures into the mid and upper 20s. Again, very slowly wiggling a degree or two above freezing during the afternoon once we get a little sunshine. Now, in terms of winter weather alerts, there's already a little icing, mainly on bridges and overpasses this morning. I'd be careful anywhere you're driving today, this morning especially, with these temperatures into the 20s. But we have a winter weather advisory for all of our viewing area in North Carolina, and that includes Southside Virginia. And if we do happen to get a burst or two of snow this morning, some areas could rack up a pretty healthy dusting of snow, and that would add to the icy conditions. The surface low moving offshore. Here's the upper level low pressure system quickly moving through, and once it does, we'll see some afternoon clearing, but the winds will pick up as high pressure builds in over the eastern part of the United States. That's going to keep us dry. Not only for later this afternoon, Friday, the weekend looks dry, and even the better part of next week is going to be dry as well. The high pressure will eventually move offshore, and that will allow temperatures to warm up. Might see a couple of days next week where we could see some low 60s here in the Piedmont. So we'll watch the radar very closely between now and noontime for a few scattered snow showers, and then the afternoon clearing and windy, and 34 the high today.
That next band of snow could make roads pretty treacherous again this morning, so we're watching them carefully. One person is dead this morning after this, a 53-car pileup at the 4085 split just east of Mebane. This involves several chain reaction type crashes. You can see the highway was a parking lot in one direction. We've learned the person killed is a 78-year-old woman from Burlington. Troopers charged a tractor-trailer driver with hitting the elderly lady's vehicle from behind. While our team was on scene, we talked with a truck driver who had parked on the side of the road out of caution. He said he feels badly when he sees wrecks like this because they could happen to anyone.
It's a weird feeling because you know that could be you. And most of the time they didn't do anything wrong really, especially when it's icy. So again, you just feel bad for them, and all you can do is be safe on your end.
Yes, words of warning today. If you do have to hit the roads because of dangerous winter conditions, Governor Stein issued a state of emergency. Our state's emergency resources can be put to use. Yesterday, Stein urged everyone to try to help one another.
Over the next 24 hours, think about who in your life might be most vulnerable to this weather, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Please check up on them, make sure that they're prepared as well. Taking care of each other, that's what North Carolinians do.
This morning, we're on top of the treacherous road conditions left by winter weather. Giselle Thomas is live with the latest. Giselle, you are at the Transportation Operations Center getting an overview of the highways that are of concern.
Yeah, so I'm actually here at the Triad Regional Incident Center here in Greensboro, and so far this morning there are about 40 crews that are out on the roads making sure that things are okay. Now here, this division actually covers this area. They cover several divisions throughout the area. Division 7 starting in Guilford County, Division 9, and even parts of 11, which encompasses Alamance, Forsyth, going all the way up to a part of Raleigh. Now for the past 24 hours, these operations here for the Department of Transportation, they've actually been operating in a 24/7 mode. So that means we've had crews, people on standby looking to report and make sure that people are okay as they were making their way on roads during the winter storm. Now, yesterday, as you mentioned earlier, Megan, about that pileup, the division here actually did respond to that. They said that due to those elevated roadways, it was just a scene that was unimaginable. It was hard to stop because of those road conditions. Also, when it comes to leading into the roads this morning, because of the pre-treatment process, the brine that was placed in the days before, and then with the salting of the roads after the snow has fallen, roads are clear throughout the area, which is something that the division says that they are really proud of, but also making sure that people are safe. Now they are saying, although right now operating in that 24/7 all hands on deck mode, they're hoping to be able to cut that off and go back into normal operations later on this afternoon. But of course, that is depending on the weather. Live in Greensboro, Giselle Thomas, WFMY News 2.
All right, that is an important update, Giselle. We thank those crews for working hard and being ready to help folks who need it in distress on the roads. WFMY News 2's Taylor Leverett now takes a live look at Haw River conditions this morning. Taylor, Alamance County got a little bit more snow than some other parts of the Triad. What are you seeing?
They did, Megan. You know, that snow is already here on the ground. It's a little bit fluffy. But again, one thing that you'll definitely be hit with is that wind chill. It's cold. It's bitterly cold. As soon as you step outside, you can feel that cold wind hitting your face and your ears with a vengeance. Now, as far as road conditions go, when we were driving here onto I-40, getting off the ramp here off Fender Bender Road, the road conditions were pretty clear. Everything was pretty smooth sailing. Drivers were pretty going the speed limit, as we know. But I'm going to take a step out here so you can kind of see what we're seeing. This is off of a main road here. As you can see, the ice is pretty much stuck on the roads. Those winter chill temperatures are just making it stick and making it compacted. Again, this is very dangerous if you are trying to pull off here. It was hard for us to even pull off with traction with our cars and our tires. But again, if you are out on the roads, you know, take it slow, take it cautiously. And if you don't have to be out today, definitely, you know, stay at home, maybe watch us on the news, get all your updates from the comfort of your couch. And again, like I said, driving conditions were pretty smooth sailing as we were making our way here. As you can see, one car is coming down the roads here. But again, for the most part, there really hasn't been anything majorly happening. Again, the ice is still pretty much on the roads. And then as our weather crews say, we're expecting to get some more snow, hopefully later on this morning. But again, right now, conditions are pretty smooth, pretty calm. We're gonna keep you updated throughout the morning. For now, live in Haw River, I'm Taylor Leverett, WFMY News 2.
We have some pictures sent in from Alamance County. Let's take a look at some of those. Here's what it looked like after the snow fell. You can see a significant amount of snow covering the grass and patio surfaces. This viewer's backyard looks like a winter wonderland. With how cold it is outside, you are probably cranking the heat in your house, and we're all paying for it. Gas bills are increasing. 2 Wants to Know's Tanya Rivera breaks down why it's costing more to stay warm this season.
2 Wants to Know is looking at how much you're paying to stay warm. I know I just paid the gas bill. It was $391. This is the biggest bill I've ever had. My house is just about 1,800 square feet. It's not your imagination. Gas rates are going up. Natural gas is measured in a unit called a therm. In January 24, you paid $1.42. This January, it's $1.77. That's a 24% increase. Now, many of you have emailed us saying something must be wrong, that you keep the thermostat at like 68 degrees, the same temperature all year long. So how can the bill be so high? I asked the folks from Barico about it.
What people don't calculate is the temperatures outside are what we're fighting against. So when the average temperatures outside are 10, 15, or sometimes 20 degrees below average temperatures, your system's going to work that much harder combating the outside environments, not what you're calling for in the house.
I know it's hard to get over the sticker shock, but I do want to show you this too. On your bill, it shows you how many days were in that service period and how many therms you used. There were 2 extra days in the billing cycle, and I used 36 more therms. That adds up. My bill is the highest it's ever been, but I want you to look at your usage graphic like I'm looking at mine. And my usage in January, much higher than January last year. It's the highest it's ever been to.
Yeah, mine was as well. Very difficult January and February for heating bills for sure. Let's take a look at our forecast again. Christian Morgan, you are timing this out. Also talking about potential road impacts. Some schools, GCS included, that are currently on a delay say this is all subject to change. So what are you thinking?
Well, you know, I do expect another little snowburst to move through over the next couple of hours. Now, to say how impactful that's going to be across the Piedmont, I think it's going to vary. It will be scattered, but I do think there are a couple of folks who could get another coating, maybe up to ½ inch of snow with that. It'll be in and out pretty quickly. And again, as the sun comes out this afternoon, anything that's left on the roads is going to go away pretty quickly. Meanwhile, let me show you some of these snow totals from yesterday. Generally, it seems like our forecast played out pretty much as it was planned. You'll see further north and east of the Triad, Mebane, Snow Camp, those folks had the higher snowfall, 2 to 3 inches of snow there. Graham almost 2 inches, Randleman 1.5 inches, Greensboro almost 1.5 inches, High Point with 1 inch of snow, Winston-Salem with about ½ inch. Just a few select snow totals across the Piedmont. Now, in the immediate Triad this morning, it seems like roadways are pretty much okay, aside from bridges and overpasses with some slick spots. But let's go up to the north and east. Take a look at Roxborough this morning. You can see that snow and ice is now just a solid skating rink there in Roxborough this morning. So that's the folks with the big road concern. And once again this morning, I don't know why every time I try to show you the boom camera, it goes out. When minutes ago, I just looked at it. Nonetheless, we'll move on. Winter weather advisories are in effect for our entire area this morning for some of those slick spots. Also for the potential for another one of those bursts of snow like we do expect over the next little while. Let's show you what that looks like on radar. This has been really impressive over the Midwest, but you'll see as it moves across the mountains, it is breaking up a bit. That's why I think it's going to be scattered. Still, some snow showers going to be possible from now through about 10 o'clock. And again, wherever some of those are heavier, there could be a quick coating of snow on the ground early this morning, since things, of course, are cold. Once that moves by, heading into the middle of the day toward lunchtime into the afternoon, our sun is going to start to come back. So we're going to see a return to dry weather, not just for a day or two this time, but for several days as we move into a drier weather pattern. This little piece of energy swinging through this morning, and then that's going to be it with our system. High pressure moves in, but moves in behind strong low pressure. Those big differences are what create wind. So our wind is going to start to pick up midday and on into the afternoon as well, but high pressure is going to rule our weather for several days. Now, we go to the mid-morning, wind gusts are picking up 20 to 25 miles an hour. Moving into the afternoon, though, I think we could have some of those 30-mile-per-hour gusts through the evening hour, dinner time hour, and then they should start to relax heading into bedtime this evening. So there's the plan for the rest of the day. We'll watch for a few slick spots this morning and that quick snow burst. Then as we move into the afternoon, even with sunshine coming out, temperatures barely going to be up above freezing. And then you factor in that wind with it. Feels like temperatures today will be staying in the 20s. So we do have those weather impact alerts in effect until lunchtime today. Again, for that snowburst, for slick roads, bottom line, just slow it down, be a little extra careful. I will tell you, if you travel between the Triad and the Triangle, Chapel Hill, Hillsborough, over to Raleigh and Durham. You can bank on slowdowns that way. You can bank on slick spots on the roads and likely some carryover from so many accidents yesterday that probably going to slow you down as well on the way over to the Triangle this morning. So be advised about that. I'll leave you with this. It has seemed like a busy winter, hasn't it? Probably because we haven't really had a busy winter in a few years. But at this point, we're a little over 4 inches total for snow for the winter. Our average is about 8. So we're only about halfway there. And still some time left in winter, but I think a lot of folks are ready for spring to get here. It kind of feels that way heading into the 7-day forecast. Look at this, an extended period of dry weather. We're still cold tomorrow, teens for the morning, 40 for the afternoon, and chilly over the weekend, but dry. Upper 40s Saturday, low 50s on Sunday, but eyes on the prize here. 60s again by the middle of next week.
Right now, snow continues to fall in Boone. You're taking a live look at App State. As those flurries are in the air, you can see at least one car moving along without a problem and a snowplow there on the other road right by campus, ready to clear those conditions. Of course, App is well equipped to deal with snow, but unfortunately some of the area that got inundated with this snowfall is the same area that was affected by Helene and still recovering. So we'll stay on top of what's happening there, and perhaps this will be finally our last weather event for a while. We'll have to see. You can stay with us on WFMY Plus. We will be back with more winter weather updates, and we appreciate you for tuning in.